Welcome to the Aging Well podcast. I'm Dr. Jeff Armstrong here with Corbin Bruton. We are dedicated to helping you live the healthiest, most vibrant life as you age. In today's episode, we are diving into a unique and increasingly popular practice called laughter yoga. We'll explore what laughter yoga is, where it originated, and most importantly, how it can benefit your health, longevity, and overall well-being. We'll look at the science behind why laughter is so beneficial, how it can improve both mental and physical health, and why this joyful practice might be just what you need to enhance your aging journey. So stay with us as we uncover the many ways that laughter really might be the best medicine for aging well.
Hey everyone, I'm excited to be here today. In this episode, we're exploring something a little bit different, and I think it's going to be pretty fun. It's something called laughter yoga. In this episode, we'll discuss what laughter yoga is, where it came from, and how it can benefit our health span, longevity, and overall well-being. We'll also share some tips on how you can incorporate it into your daily routine.
So laughter yoga is not just about telling jokes or watching a comedy show, although those can be great too. I was introduced to laughter yoga in my interview with Naif McAnally and Gary Krieger in episode 189.
Yeah, I'm picturing someone in a downward dog just laughing hysterically.
Yeah, that's kind of what I imagined as well. Actually, it's a unique practice that combines voluntary laughter with yoga breathing techniques, and it has some impressive benefits for both our bodies and our minds. So let's dive in.
Absolutely. I think the first thing that we should talk about is the origins of laughter yoga. I think that's really important. And it's because it's got a fascinating backstory that not many people know about.
Yeah, I agree. Laughter yoga was created in 1995 by Dr. Madan Katre, a physician in Mumbai, India. The story goes that Dr. Kataria was writing an article on the benefits of laughter for a medical journal. And the more he researched, the more convinced he became of laughter's therapeutic benefits. And so he decided to test it out in a more practical way.
Right. He started with just a small group of 5 people in a park in Mumbai. They would gather every morning to laugh together. And at first, they told jokes, but they quickly ran out of jokes that everyone found funny. I guess they can't appreciate our puns, right, Dr. Armstrong?
I guess not.
Anyways, that's when Dr. Kataria came up with the idea of laughing for no reason.
Exactly. He realized that the body cannot differentiate between real and fake laughter. Kind of like you in my classes, I couldn't tell if you were laughing at my jokes to get an A or that you really thought it was funny. But both produce the same physiological and psychological effects. So he incorporated elements of yoga breathing or pranayama with simulated laughter exercises to create what is now known as laughter yoga.
And from that small group in Mumbai, it has spread to over 100 countries with thousands of laughter clubs worldwide. People of all ages and backgrounds have embraced it, and there are even laughter yoga conferences and workshops. It's become a global phenomenon. So, what exactly does laughter yoga session look like?
Well, from what I understand, it's a typical group activity where people engage in a series of laughter exercises combined with yoga breathing. So these sessions will usually start with some warm up techniques like clapping, chanting, and gentle stretching. And the idea is to get everyone relaxed and in the mood for laughter. Then the group moves on to various laughter exercises. These can range from lion laughter, where you stick out your tongue and laugh like a lion. I'm not quite sure how a lion laughs. I've never seen a lion laugh in the wild before, to the milkshake laughter, where you pretend to drink a milkshake and laugh.
Well, then, all right. So I
Got you
guess
going already.
Yeah. So I guess the key is laughter is initiated volunteering, um, but it also turns into genuine laughter because, well, let's face it, laughing together can be pretty contagious.
And the exercises are often interspersed with deep breathing techniques. And this combination is designed to help participants get more oxygen into their body, which is believed to improve energy levels, focus, and overall physical health.
Yeah, and laughter yoga is accessible to anyone and everyone. You don't really need special equipment, and you don't need to have a good sense of humor. You just need to be willing to laugh and breathe.
Yeah, so let's shift to the health benefits now, Corbin, because that's where this stuff gets really, really interesting. The research has shown that laughter has numerous health benefits. When combined with yoga breathing, these benefits are amplified.
Yeah. For starters, laughter yoga is excellent in reducing stress. When we laugh, our body releases endorphins, which are our natural feel good chemicals. It also decreases the level of stress hormones like cortisol and epinephrine or adrenaline, which helps to create a sense of calm and relaxation.
Yeah, that's a good point. Now, stress reduction is so important, especially as we age. Chronic stress can have a significant impact on our cardiovascular health, our immune function, even cognitive health. So, by lowering stress, laughter yoga can help us protect against some of these age related health issues.
Yeah, and it's also really great for your heart. Some of the studies that are out there, they show that laughter can improve blood flow and function of the blood vessels, reducing the risk of heart disease. It's like giving your cardiovascular system a little workout every time you laugh.
Yeah, and let's not forget the mental health benefits. Laughter yoga can boost mood, increase resilience, and reduce symptoms of depression and anxiety. It encourages social interaction, which is vital to emotional well being, as we've talked about often on this podcast, especially for older adults who might be experiencing loneliness or social isolation.
Yeah, I love that aspect of it. It's such a simple yet powerful way to connect with others and create a sense of community. People in laughter yoga clubs often feel more connected and supported, which can significantly improve their quality of life.
Absolutely. Now, let's talk a little bit more specifically about how laughter yoga can support longevity and healthy aging. One way it does this is by promoting, as we've talked about, cardiovascular health. It also supports better respiratory function through those deep breathing exercises.
And let's not overlook its impact on immunity. Regular laughter can actually increase the production of antibodies and activate T cells, which help us fight off illnesses. A stronger immune system is key to staying healthy as we age.
That's right. And there's also evidence suggesting that laughter yoga can help with pain management. The endorphins, as you mentioned, released during laughter are natural painkillers, and they can help to reduce pain from conditions like arthritis or fibromyalgia. And I think of Norman Cousins.
Yeah, he wrote Anatomy of an Illness as perceived by the patient.
Yeah, he also is credited for the discovery of laughter therapy.
And because laughter involves muscle contractions, it's actually a mild form of exercise. It can help you tone your abs, diaphragm, and even facial muscles. So, in a way, laughter yoga gives you a workout tool.
Yeah, which
Maybe that's why I don't have a six pack. I've been so serious lately. I need to start laughing more.
there you go. I guess you need to listen to my jokes a little bit more. Which kind of brings us to another point. Laughter yoga can help with cognitive function. Studies suggest that laughter can help improve memory, creativity, problem solving abilities, all this by boosting production of dopamine, which is the neurotransmitter that is important for learning and motivation.
That's really fascinating. So not only are we talking about a fun activity, but we're also talking about something that can also sharpen our brain as we age well.
Exactly. And there's actually more. Laughter yoga promotes better sleep, decreases stress and anxiety, which are common culprits in sleep disturbances. So people who practice laughter yoga, particularly, often report falling asleep more easily and feeling more refreshed in the morning.
So it's like a natural sleep aid without any of the side effects. Also, I read that laughter can improve social bonds. When we laugh with each other, it creates a shared positive experience that can strengthen relationships and foster a sense of belonging. And I agree with that.
You do? You like to laugh with people?
I do. I feel, I don't know, I feel like when you laugh hard over something, you bond. I also, not to take the conversation in another direction, I think fear bonds also can bond people and strengthen things. But there's something about laughter, like having dinner with someone and then just laughing. It's like your own little inside jokes, and it makes a family environment better. It makes your work environment better if you have that laughter throughout the day. Personal experience, it's awesome. You really bond with people over laughter.
Well, keeping on this little bit of a tangent, as we look at our society now, I think in many ways we have bonded over things that make us angry, things that cause us fear, things that have very negative emotional responses. And, we have an upcoming interview that'll be posted with Patrick Sullivan where he talked a little bit, and I think it was a little bit more off of the recording of the interview, but he talked a little bit about the role that our perceptions of ourselves, our inner feelings, have on our physiology, and how if we are very negative and we're fearing things, our body is not going to respond in a positive way. It's responding in much more of that fight or flight response. And so we're not we're not building muscle, we're not building healthy immune systems and those types of things because we're in the present trying to fight off whatever we're trying to fight off, whether it's that fear or whatever is causing anxiety or causing upset that is giving us that fight or flight response. But when we are in a state of being happy and laughing, all of that is creating an atmosphere within the body where the body says, hey, I'm free right now. I'm relaxed. I am in a position to begin to create many of these products that I need in the body in order to function effectively. Because, it's kind of, I go back to the episode of Saturday Night Live, and I might have referenced this in another episode of this podcast. But when I lived in New York, I got the opportunity to see Saturday Night Live in person, which was a really cool thing. And Dennis Miller, who some of our listeners might recall who he is, Dennis Miller actually went to my high school. He's a Pittsburgher, native Pittsburgher, but he was on the cast at that point. And before the show started, they have many of the different cast members come out and kind of do some warm up routines and whatnot. And he was doing this one routine where he was kind of mocking the was it Milwaukee's best commercials or old Milwaukee beer commercials where they talk about they're out in the campsite and they're sitting around, they're drinking their own Milwaukee, and somebody would say, "Don't get no better than this," and he's like, "If don't get no better than this, shoot me now because life ain't worth living." And if we're in that kind of mentality where it's like, if this is the best of things, then what's the point of living? Our bodies aren't going to be responding in a way that's very positive. And so laughter, I think, helps to really drive those social connections that are really crucial for aging well. And we know that research shows that social isolation and loneliness are risk factors for many, many health issues, including cognitive decline and cardiovascular disease. And so laughter yoga just really brings people together in a joyful, supportive environment that helps to mitigate some of those risks.
Man, I love that. You really, really hit the nail on the head on that one. It makes it sound like a holistic approach to well-being, addressing spies all at once.
Yeah, and that's a great way to put it. It's holistic in every sense. It fits our model of well-centered fitness, as you mentioned. And speaking of well-centered fitness, let's talk about how people can incorporate laughter yoga into their daily routines.
Good idea. For those listening or watching, you don't need to join a formal laughter yoga club to start. You can just be at home by yourself with a family or virtually any friends and just start laughing. It's that
Right. And
simple.
there are plenty of online resources, including videos and apps that can kind of guide you through the yoga process, these laughter yoga sessions. But you can start with just a few minutes a day and just gradually increase as you become more comfortable.
And don't forget to try and keep a playful attitude. The whole point is to have fun and enjoy the process. Don't worry about feeling silly. That's that's silly in itself. But it's also part of the charm and benefit.
Exactly. And the more you kind of let go and immerse yourself in the practice, the more you're going to benefit from it. And remember, the goal is to laugh deep, breathly, and feel good.
So, Dr. Armstrong, what's your takeaway for our listeners and viewers when it comes to laughter yoga?
Well, my takeaway is that laughter yoga is a simple, effective way to improve both your physical and your mental health. It's accessible, adaptable, and it brings a lot of joy. Whether you're looking to reduce stress, improve heart health, or just add a little bit more fun in your life, laughter yoga could really be a great addition to your wellness routine.
That's a great point. And you know what? I think I'm going to give this a try myself.
I hope you do. And I hope our listeners and viewers feel inspired to try it too. Remember, aging well is about finding what works best for you and embracing practices that enhance your quality of life. I think, this is something everybody can do. You don't have to be young, old, fit, unfit. You just have to have a capacity to laugh, and you don't even have to have a sense of humor, as you mentioned. It's just neat. And her partner introduced this to me. They just started kind of mimicking out what you typically do, and it's just like laughter is contagious. I mean, there were a few times through this episode. I don't know if we're going to edit them out or not, but we just kind of spontaneously started laughing, and you laughed, and I couldn't help but laugh. And so when you're around people and you get people laughing, whether it's natural or unnatural, people are going to laugh. And so just sit in a room sometime with a bunch of people and people are getting a little bit grumpy or whatever. Politics are coming up. We got the election coming up. There's going to be a lot of grumpiness around our country. Get people in a room and just either tell a joke. And if you don't know a joke, just start laughing. Just and see, I got you laughing, and now you can't stop. And that felt pretty damn good. And
Oh
your
man.
face is red, so we could tell the
Oh,
circulation is moving through your body. So we've been in that brief moment there, we have boosted our health a little bit, or a little bit less susceptible to pathogens and bacteria and things that will get us sick. Our heart health just took a little bit of a boost. Our mental health is better. I'm probably going to think a little bit better through the remainder of this podcast episode. We've done some good by just laughing there briefly. Now, extend that into 15, 20 minutes of that kind of activity. Just think of the benefits you can have.
yeah, absolutely. So many benefits. I mean, and I felt more bonded with you. I felt a little bit more connected with you sharing that laugh. Yeah, that was
I feel
good
more
though.
bonded to you too, Corbin.
It's crazy how much it can connect us. But it's also crazy how contagious laughter can be. We've talked a lot about how negativity can spread. Positivity apparently can spread just as fast and be even more powerful and have significantly more health benefits. So, here's my challenge to our listeners out there: start laughing at everything, start smiling more, and spread this positive movement, and let us know, like, in the comments section of this video. Let us know how it changed. Try it for 2 weeks and just see how the atmosphere at your work, at your home life, if you're involved in a sport, see how much it changes and see how much of an impact you've made. I would like to I would like to see that, and I'd like to hear about it. What do you think, Dr. Armstrong?
Yeah, I'm just kind of wondering how it works in sport, to kind of work a little laughter yoga in there. You're lining up on the offensive line and you just start laughing at the guy across from you, go off
I think
sides because you're laughing too hard. But I was thinking, I've talked. I don't know if I've talked specifically on the podcast about my practice of Haval. It comes from Ecclesiastes, where it's like everything is just the wind, the mist, and kind of got this practice of I keep a spray bottle in the car, and when I'm getting stressed out driving or somebody's frustrating me, I just kind of spray the bottle and just kind of use that mantra of Haval. maybe I need to just kind of find a reason to laugh, just crack a joke, to the person who just cut me off or whatever, and get myself just laughing rather than allowing myself to kind of work into those negative.
Yeah, quit being
And
so
so when
negative.
we're feeling more angry, we always learn kind of growing up, it's like, if you're feeling upset, count to 10 before you say anything. Well, maybe rather than counting to 10, just start laughing. Just force yourself into laughter and see what that could do.
I think that's pretty solid advice. Well, anyways, I just want to thank every one of our listeners today, and I'm really hoping that you enjoyed this episode. Please share it with your friends and family. And I just want to remind you, until next time, keep laughing, keep moving forward, and keep aging well.
Aging well. Thank you for listening. I hope you benefited from today's podcast. And until next time, keep aging well.